What is up, YouTube? Hello, party parrots. It is Tuesday, which is new card day, and today we have cooked up a Starbrand Sauron deck for you guys. And this is a deck that I actually really liked. I ended up going 15 and 10 on the ladder with this, and it performed just well. It's really hard to say exactly how it is because I think it was a huge buff to the Sauron archetype, but unfortunately, I don't think Sauron is the best deck right now, but it's not bad. Like I said, I went 15 and 10 with this list. It performed really well, and I really liked this version. I'll break down exactly what this version's doing and why I liked it in a second. But one thing you will almost certainly notice is what I am not playing, and that is Shuri. And that is because I really just don't think Shuri has a spot in these Sauron decks right now. I know other people are playing Sauron and having some success, but I preferred Malekith in that spot. And it's not that I think that Shuri's just a terrible card. I think she's just more combo-y than this deck is. Her just giving you maybe like 10 extra stats for like the Typhoid Mary or the Starbrand isn't what it was, in Marvel Snaps beta. It's just not that powerful. I think when we get some of these destroy cards and like comboing it with Nimrod and stuff that's going to be happening in the next couple months, don't want you guys to miss that. Make sure you subscribe down below. But I think Shuri will probably have a home back in those decks. But for this one, I really liked Malekith. So let's break down this deck. What this deck's doing is we're a Sauron list. First and foremost, Sauron's going to remove all of the abilities from our ongoing cards. That's going to help us with Red Skull, Typhoid Mary, Lizard, Ebony Maw, so you can replay that Ebony Maw in later turns, and our newest card, Starbrand. He is a 3/10 with the ongoing. Your opponents have +3 power at each other location. And 310 is a crazy big stat line. If you can find a way to turn off this power, this is like they have that's two more power than Gladiator, who can basically just lose you on the spot. And there are multiple ways to turn him off in this deck. You can zero him. The aforementioned Sauron can turn him off. And then if you play him out, you can just Enchantress it. So there are multiple ways to deal with them. And same thing with Typhoid Mary. Same with Red Skull. These are all very powerful cards that you can zero. Typhoid Mary, you can Luke Cage to get rid of them. Same with Lizard. It is this really nice Sauron package. And as I was playing, like I said, it actually felt very good. There were a lot of games where you're just like, all right, I'm going to play Sauron. Now I'm going to play Typhoid Mary. Now I'm going to play Red Skull. And then finish it up with a Starbrand and an Ebony Maw. And that's just a lot of power. Not all of that can be Shang-Chi. Not all of that can really be dealt with easily by some of your opponents. So it felt like it was adding a lot. Now, some of the spice here. We are playing Zabu. Zabu can really help us on that last turn, play like Starbrand and Typhoid Mary, or Enchantress to hit the Starbrand and a Malekith. Really nice card. Zero, super great to hit Ebony Maw, Starbrand. Iron Patriot. I was originally playing Gorgon in this spot, but had some anti-synergy with the Sauron. It was great on turn 2, but I figured Iron Patriot was good, and he was fine. Definitely don't need Iron Patriot if you don't have him, but he felt like a good, just proactive 2-drop. Plus, sometimes you just play him on 2, Starbrand on 3, and you got that lane. Lizard can be turned off. Luke Cage does kind of double duty of being a backup Sauron for our Typhoid Mary and Lizard, and also just really good card when, Necrotia pops up, or if your opponent's playing Afflict. This Luke Cage can just absolutely dominate your opponents. Now, Enchantress and Malekith I think are the spiciest. And you might be saying, well, obviously you want Enchantress in this list. And I think that's probably true, but honestly, she didn't feel as necessary in actually playing because between Sauron and Zero and Luke Cage working as like a backup version of those, and sometimes you can just kind of play around the Starbrand. Like there's a game I won where I just didn't even turn off Starbrand. I just played him to win a lane that I was very much losing, and then managed to win the second lane with like just a Sauron, just a 4 power from it. So it didn't feel the most necessary, but it was a good to attack your opponents. Great against, when they pop up that Doom 2099, turn games around. So I think she's good in this. And then Malekith felt so sweet in this list because he gets cheaper by Zabu, and he can pull cards like Luke Cage, pull your Lizard, Ebony Maw, Zero, these really overstated cards. Because if you didn't notice, Starbrand costs 3. Malekith can pull that Starbrand. That's a 416 you can potentially have. And opponents are just not going to see that coming. Even if they're expecting, you know, like Lizard, like, okay, might be 6 power, might be 5 power, 3 power, but 10 power, it's so hard to play around, especially if they don't know it. So I loved that Malekith synergy. And there were a lot of times where I was like, okay, I really need to hit Sauron like on turn 5. I need to play like Sauron and Iron Patriot. And I have like Sauron, Zero, and Zabu still in my deck. Well, I play that Malekith, and yeah, if I hit that Sauron, that means I'm not going to draw it. But that means that, one, I probably wasn't going to draw it anyways. And two, if you hit that Zabu and Zero, it's actually drawing you even closer to that Sauron or to that Starbrand, whatever you need. It's just card draw. So I really enjoyed it in this deck, and I really liked this deck. It actually worked really well. If you are a Sauron enjoyer, this is where I would start. But please, I'm not going to hold this up any longer. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about Starbrand, and let's get into some gameplays. Let's go for it. See what we can do here. Yeah, leech into blink into the leader. That's a... yeah, I was just going to say, that's one I haven't seen in a while. Oh, perfect. Probably a bot, but honestly, nope, they're not a bot. Oh, maybe they are. But even if they're not, this is a phenomenal start for us. Buddy was posting about that list? Oh, hella hate. That makes sense. Ah, they're not. But, you can use your Hawk most of the time. Bleach. Honestly, it probably works. I think it was like right after Leech got changed, I went back to a Leech leader deck. Not Leech, it didn't have leader, but I did play Leech and Blink, and I was like, honestly, it's kind of fine. Like, Blink's a very underplayed card. We'll do this. Could get Shonged here. But, like, it's very awkward because if we wait until turn 5 to play Starbrand, we can... They grapple air? Oh! Tricky! That's a huge point difference, isn't it? But that's fine. Whoops. Like this. Actually, we can do this, right? And they're probably not going to play middle because it's the Eternals. What I was going to say was we can play around things by waiting until they can't turn 6 Shong. They can't turn 6. They have to do it like right now if they're going to do it. Or next turn. But. Yep. Hey, you know what we've got? Another 10 power card. So we can play Shong right, or Sasquatch right. Yeah. Because they have Sunspot, which means they could always float. I don't want to play around that. Surprised Hawk isn't around as much as Agamotto. They snap us. Interesting. Do this. And the next turn we have Lizard Enchantress. They can probably win right, can't they? Titania. They cannot. Okay. We're winning right. They already used their Shang. I mean, I don't know what their list is, but if they have Jeff, we lose. We've got 19, Hood, Viper probably. Yeah, Viper. That's 4 of their energy though. Wasp. We got him by 1. Oh my God. We could 0 here and then play Typhoid Mary. I like it. We have no other ways to get into here, so... Because we don't have armor in this list. Ah, Malekith, I guess, can. Okay. This game does not, I repeat, does not want us to play cards. And, of course, their shield landed on the Altar of Death, so... Looks like we're playing old Lukey boy. And then we'll drop, like, Gorgon and Lizard middle. Gorgon is a good card. They're playing Iron Patriot. They're also playing Agamotto, so Gorgon will be really nice, but I think it's worth it to kind of curve out here. Okay, that's the Iron Patriot card, too. Very important for us to note. Iron Patriot's just flying around the board. We don't also super care about the Luke Cage. Obviously, it'll help with the Lizard, but if all we did was play a 2/4, then all we did was play a 2/4. We haven't zopped, right? What did we play into the Altar of Death? We zeroed, that's right. Go left, pick Lizard. Yeah! Look at that. Okay. That's nice. We can Sauron left and then have 8 energy, so we can Red Skull and Starbrand. Really strong for us here. I think they're gonna have a hard time getting into the Altar of Death. Okay, that's fine. That's 16 power here, 10 power here. I mean, it's kind of just like the best we can do, right? We could also just go really hard right and then assume that they don't have any way to get power left. They look like a Scream deck, right? So they shouldn't have any way to pull our things. Well, obviously they have a lot of way to pull our things, but I guess Polaris, if they Polaris right. If they Polaris middle, it's a 50-50 to grab the Lizard or the Gorgon. If they Polaris right, it would always pull. Magneto doesn't pull Lizard. And we would have, like... Yeah, I think... yep, they're out of here. Nice. Because I was just, I felt like I couldn't, with Sanctum. Like, I was just, every time I was playing this game, I was playing the new, I had to play Sanctum. Had to get those charms. So I got up to, like, 93, like, Wednesday, and then I got up to the 90s and then just stopped playing. Oh, this is a really nice start for us, though. Yeah. This is probably... Yep, Sam. That's what I use to hit Infinite Zoo. Easy because there's no Killmonger. Yeah, that makes sense. I have not seen a lot of... We'll just play Sauron because we kind of want to... Yeah. I think we're fine with no Luke Cage here. No Killmonger. Makes sense. Enchantress might be fine. We'll play this right. This middle. Wait on the Hell Cow because it's free. See what we hit here. Hopefully like Ebony Maw. Although anything we hit is just kind of a card draw for us. What did we hit? What do we got? 0. That's fine too. And then we can play anything we draw. Yeah. Well. Is there any way if they have Shang we can win middle? If we do this. If they played Shang here, turn 6. Maybe if they don't play anything this turn, but they probably are because of the shield, yeah. Oh, they play 2 cards. Uh-oh. Ares. We might beat that. We beat that. That's a risky card to run today, isn't it? And then they're clogged here. So this Luke Cage wins it. So we just do this. Oh, actually. Ho ho ho. Obviously cannot forget Surtur exists, so. Hey, Blumpa. Yeah, they're out of here. If they're playing Agamotto or Iron Patriot or anything. They are playing Iron Patriot, so glad we got Gorgon. And then, ooh. Well, that stings. Okay, they were going to win it no matter what. So, that's not too bad. Luckily, we have this Gorgon. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Washington, D.C. in our Sauron list? Oh, they're playing Zoo? Interesting. We can play... We can't play that there. Zabu... Zero Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw is 9 power there. Kind of like 0 left, though, to protect against Red Guardian. But if they're playing Armor and Iron Patriot in a Khazar... Oh, that's the created by... That's okay. That's what's going on. Should have looked at that before. Makes sense. We'll play this. And then we'll play Red Skull, right? Red Skull will be 17 more power here. And then Malekith will hit either Lizard, Starbrand, which won't have any abilities, or Luke Cage. That's pretty nice. And actually, any one of our draws here we can play. Because we Zabu'd. Wait a second. I think we snap going into this. Oh, they just leave. Lame.